Hey guys, CharrChan here, and today's video I am building the Bandai Ultima Gear Millennium Puzzle model kit. I'm not constructing the puzzle itself, but I am making the little puzzle pieces. Next up we're going to have a couple minutes of ASMR. There's a timestamp on screen if you want to skip. Hope you enjoyed that little ASMR section. I just really like the sounds of opening boxes with little bits of plastic. I think it sounds nice, so I put it in the video anyway. But let's talk about this puzzle kit, because this, while some people say it's beginner friendly, I would probably disagree. If this was my first experience of a model kit, I probably wouldn't have wanted to do another one. My first model kit was last week's video, which was building Sinanju, which is a little, whatchamacallit, a Gundam Gunpla robot thing. And I really enjoyed building him, and I was so excited after building him. I was like, oh, I can't wait to build my Millennium Puzzle. But the first piece of the Millennium Puzzle that I put together was a nightmare. It was, the fit was just so tight and awkward, it was not a good first piece to put together, but I did get there in the end and all was well. Well, after I went back and re-pushed it together after I did all the other pieces, I kept setting aside the odd piece every so often so that someone else could shove it together for me because it was just so stiff. But you know, the pieces do go together. You also have to make sure that you trim off those plastic tabs as flat as you can get them, otherwise the pieces don't fit together very well. It is a very accurate kit. You know, the fits are very tight, so yeah, it was quite an experience. But if you are thinking of getting into model kits, or if you're thinking of building this kit, if you're watching this video to see if you want to have a go at this, build something else first. I suggest you build something else first. I would personally suggest the only other model kit I've built so far, which is Sinanju, which is a... oh, I forgot what he's from. He's from something. He's a little Gundam Gunpla kit from Bandai as well. And it was so easy to build, just a really pleasant experience. Whereas this, it was fun. It was fun. But it was also a little bit infuriating at times, trying to get the pieces to click together. If you are building this, don't be scared if you hear some loud clacking, clicking noises when you push the pieces together. Usually, let me stress, usually, that's a good sign. It means things are being put together in the right ways. I mean, yes, there's a chance it could have snapped, but most of the time, for me at least, all of the pieces that made loud clicking noises just snapped together and it was how it was meant to be. But anyway, let's talk about the instructions. The instructions were very clear and easy to follow. Well, once you realised what way you were supposed to hold the puzzle piece and slot it together. Half the time you didn't really need the instructions, because you could just see which pegs went in which holes and work it out yourself, but sometimes you did need the instructions to, see what was happening. And putting it together, it wasn't straightforward all the time. Most of the time it was piece 1 and 2, 2 and 3. Wait, no, that's not quite right. Piece 1 and 2, then 3 and 4, 5 and 6. But sometimes it was like piece 7 and 10 go together first, and then you put piece 8 in, something like that. So you did have to read the instructions to know which order you were meant to clip the pieces out. I suggest leaving the pieces in the plastic mesh grid. I suggest leaving the pieces in the plastic grid and snipping them out as you need them, because there's so many little pieces. You need to make sure you've put them all in the right sections. You don't want to misplace any of them. Some of them are really small, and some of them have confusing plastic tab placements. Like the plastic tabs would connect onto one of the pegs that clip together, so you have to be careful not to accidentally snip off the plastic tab instead of the snipping off bit, you get me? So they did often have notes to say, do not cut this bit, and you would be like, okay, I won't. So yes, it was, the instructions were good and clear. The instructions on my other model kit I did were nice and clear as well, the Sinanju, that was nice and easy to follow. So I guess Bandai instructions must be pretty good. Both of the kits I've built so far have been from Bandai, so Bandai seems to have very good and clear instructions. What can we talk about next? Maybe I can talk about building the actual puzzle itself, as in like solving the puzzle, because that took, as I said, or did I say? I'm pretty sure I said that this took me about 5 hours, give or take. It took me a whole afternoon, and it was really fun. It was fun, but also a bit infuriating as well. Like, you have to solve this puzzle, you have to like put bits together, and then you have to take bits out to slot another bit in, and you think you've got it, and then you have to undo it all to get another bit in. It is quite the experience. If you're a bit lost on how to start with the puzzle, what I did was I started with the main eye piece, the eye section. I found how that all kind of pieced together for the whole front of the puzzle. And then I ended up working from corner pieces to get me started. Kind of. I kind of went to the corner pieces to then think, alright, how do these slot onto the top of the puzzle? And then I kind of solved it from the top down, which I think is probably the only way to solve it. So start at the top and work your way down. It is difficult. Some pieces are really easy to figure out where they go, but some pieces are a nightmare. There's a lot of pieces that look similar, so you have to be like thinking about where it goes. Some pieces will fit in slots and you think, oh, this is where this goes, but no, you've put it in the wrong place and it just happened to fit there. That happened a couple of times and it was very infuriating, but I worked it out eventually. And there are 2 internal pieces of the puzzle that you can't see from the outside. They're like structural pieces that hold it together, and they are so difficult to figure out where they go, but I did it eventually. I was determined I was not going to look at any instructions, and I didn't. I did the whole Millennium Puzzle build, minus the model kit. The model kit section I used the instructions, but building the puzzle itself, no instructions. I was determined, and I did it. And it turned out pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Mine has a very kind of loose piece at the back, which I'm going to blue tack in probably. I mostly got this, I got this for 2 reasons really. First of all, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Yugi is my favourite character, and the Millennium Puzzle, probably my favourite Millennium item. I mean, it's a character in itself, isn't it? The Millennium Puzzle is pretty much Yami as well, or Atem, however you want to call him. Yami Yugi, he is in the puzzle, so the puzzle is kind of him for the first few. I worded that weird. What I'm trying to say is, until he's freed from the puzzle, he pretty much is the puzzle, if that makes sense. But anyway, it is such a cool model kit. I'm so happy they made this. I was tempted to order the sarcophagus box that goes with this kit, but for the same price it seems kind of like, is it really worth that much? I paid, in total, including postage and stuff, I paid about £40 for this, and I got this one from AliExpress, which I know is a bit risky, but I looked at all the reviews, I made sure it was gonna be the official product, and it was, or is, it is the official product. It even had its little NAS sticker on it, so it is an official product. My box is very bashed up, as you probably saw in the start there, but aside from the box being very bashed up, the puzzle is fine. Some of the pieces had come loose in the post, but you know, it did come from China. I don't think it had fragile written on the box either, but that's okay. It all got here safe and sound enough. Everyone in the reviews said that their boxes were very crushed as well, so I knew what to expect. But it is an official product, and yes. Anyway, I think I trailed off. I said I got this for 2 reasons. First reason being I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And second reason being I'm planning a Yugi cosplay, and by planning I mean currently making. I'm going to do it Kigurumi style, like anime gal, which is like an anime face mask, so I look like an anime character. I hate showing my face in photos, so I'm not going to be showing my face around the convention I go to when I dress as Yugi. If I get this done in time, I should be Yugi at Thought Bubble this year. If not, then I'll go next year as Yugi. But I'm so excited. I'm hoping to make like the face and the coat as well. I have a blue coat jacket thing that matches Yugi's, and I'm just modifying it slightly so it is accurate. But yeah, I'm very excited. The Kigurumi face mask is currently 3D printed. It's off the printer. I have it. It fits me. It just needs a lot of painting. It needs sanding down, smoothing, and then painting, and I have to make the hair. And I'm sure we all know that Yugi's hair defies all kinds of 3-dimensional logic. My references for making the hair are going to be my... How many Yugi figures do I have? 6? I've got 6 Yugi figures. Those are my references. 7 if you count my bootleg Nendoroid I got for modifying customization purposes. You can sometimes see him in the video here. Not right now, but you'll be able to see him sometimes. Anyway, point is, I'm very scared to make the hair. It's gonna be scary. But yes, I am very excited to cosplay Yugi, if I can manage to get it done, touch wood. I'm cosplaying regular Yugi Muto rather than Yami Yugi, because I prefer Yugi, he is my boy, so I want to cosplay him. So yes, I'm very excited. Alright, yeah, I was going to talk about the other model kit, the sarcophagus, the golden sarcophagus kit that became Yugi's deck box, I believe. And that kit, I want it, but it's so expensive for what it is, you know? This Millennium Puzzle kit, it cost £40 in total for me. I'm not sure if I paid a little bit more than it is meant to be. It was the cheapest I could find it anywhere, because I missed out on pre-order and stuff. So, yeah. But anyway, I think that it's worth what I paid, because there's so many pieces to construct, and it feels like it feels like a good kit, you know? You've got hours of puzzle solving to do when you make it. There's how many pieces? I think there's 33 pieces of the Millennium Puzzle. So, you know, you had a lot of pieces to make. The point I'm trying to make is the sarcophagus is like, what? It's a cube. Well, it's not a cube, it's a cuboid. It's a rectangle. It just feels a bit overpriced. I will get it. I will be getting it eventually. Yugi Cosplay is quite expensive, so I don't want to be ordering things that I don't need right now. I'm focusing on the Yugi Cosplay. So yeah, point is, it just seems very overpriced. If you have the sarcophagus, let me know, is it really worth the like £40? Is it worth that much? I mean, I'm gonna get it anyway, but is it actually worth that much? But yeah, let me know. Who knows? Well, you might know, but I don't. Anyway, what else can I say? Well, I didn't think this through. I didn't script. What was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about something. Maybe I could talk about my next model kit plans or something. Oh yeah, there are Yu-Gi-Oh model kits that are kind of older and more expensive and rare to get. I'd love to build them, but as I said, they're rare and expensive, so I probably won't ever be able to, but they look pretty cool. You can build the 3 Egyptian gods. That looks really fun to do. They're kind of like smaller versions of the huge Kotobukiya statues that just came out. I would love to own those, but I just physically do not have space to keep them, so I did not pre-order any of them, which is for the best, unfortunately. Also, they were hella expensive, like, Jesus Christ, things were expensive. I mean, they weren't like overpriced or anything, but, you know, they were pricey. So I didn't get them. Anyway, but yeah, there are some other Yu-Gi-Oh model kits that, if I can ever find them unassembled one day, I would love to construct them, but, you know, I probably won't be able to because they're getting rare and old and everyone builds them when they buy them, so, you know. Anyway, what else could I talk about? Maybe I could tell you about my Yugi cosplay, because that's been going interestingly. So, as I said, I'm doing an anime gal Kigurumi mask thing. I did a test fit of it. I got it printed at 10.5 inches tall. I got my boyfriend's mum to print it for me, as in, like, I paid her to print it for me, because she runs a 3D printing business, pretty much. Well, she does other things as well, but that's one of the things that she does. She has, like, 3 or 4 3D printers? So, yeah, there's a lot of printers. And my face thing took 52 hours to print, and she said that while it was printing, she was like, everyone tiptoe past that printer. We do not want any layer shifting because we do not have to want to have to reprint that. So yeah, they were all terrified that it was going to go wrong at some point. But yeah, it printed no problems. It is very rigid, as in like ridges on it, so I'm gonna have to fix those. But, you know, I'll be able to do that. I bought some Mr. Surfacer, which is a primer that's supposed to help fill in gaps, so that should help with the sanding and stuff. And I'm going to use Milliput as well to smooth the surface. So all that fun stuff. Very scared for the hair. I think I'm going to do a foam and fabric approach as opposed to making a wig, so we'll see how that goes. As I said, I'm making a coat as well. I found this perfect coat, absolutely perfect in colour and shape, in a charity shop for £3. So, you know, I started ripping out the lining. I'm going to replace it with white, and I got 2 belts to go on the sleeves as well. So that's progress happening there. And as for shoes, I'm not sure if I'm gonna wear, like, trainers, which will be more comfortable. I have some shoes that I call my Shadow Realm shoes because they got, like, skulls on them and they look cool. But I did also find in TK Maxx the other week some Yugi shoes, as I would call them, or you could also call them winkle pickers, because that's what they are pretty much. So not quite Yugi shoes, but close enough. And all I'd need to do is add like a pleather strip with some rivets on it, some little metal pin badge thingy things, and then those would be Yugi shoes, but they are quite uncomfortable. They only cost me £4, so I can't complain, but I might wear them for one day. Maybe I could wear them on the second day that I'm cosplaying Yugi, because I'll probably be at the Thought Bubble for 2 days, so we'll see if I decide to wear the shoes or not. Yeah. I also got some blue jeans, pretty cheap as well, so I can wear the jeans anyway. They're not the same colour as the jacket, but you know, what are you gonna do? I'd rather have comfortable trousers rather than uncomfortable right colour trousers, you know? So yeah, my Yugi cosplay is progressing. I'm just going to do a cord around the puzzle instead of a chain because I don't want to damage the puzzle. Also, I don't think the chain that I have will actually fit through the hole. It might, but you know, I'll just do a cord like in the earlier episodes or the season 0 as well. So yeah, yes. The Yugi cosplay is progressing. Oh yeah, I ordered some business cards that look like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but they haven't shown up yet. Where are they? I emailed the manufacturer about them, but I haven't heard back yet, so we'll wait and see on that. Hopefully I can track them down and see where they are, if they've even been made or posted out yet. But I'd like to get those eventually, so yeah, sooner would be nice because I did put the order in like a month ago, so yeah, maybe they're just backed up with orders, I can understand that, but yeah, maybe they will appear one day. Oh yeah, I also made for my Yugi cosplay a like a choker necklace like he wears. I could have ordered one online, but I was like, oh, they're all so thin, I want something thick. I want a big, thick, cartoony looking thing. So I found in a charity shop a belt, and I just cut it down and stabbed a hole in it and made my own. So yes, here we are. I assembled all of the pieces of the puzzle, and the next clip you'll see that I've solved half of it, and then I solved the whole thing, and it took me, as I said, about 5 hours. But it was really, really fun. I love how they made the eye removable, so you can, like in the anime where it pushes the little eye in the puzzle and it's all shiny and magic is happening. You know what I mean. It's fun. I also managed to gather up all of my Millennium Puzzles, minus one. I did not get the puzzle from my Kotobukiya Yugi because I didn't want to damage him by unassembling him. But I thought it was so funny having the tiny little Nendoroid puzzle up to the big Bandai kit puzzle. If you want to know which puzzles those are, smallest one is Nendoroid, next up is the Figma, then the very bright gold one is the Kotobukiya Yugi bonus keychain, and then the the dull one is, I think it's a bootleg, but it's like a necklace that my boyfriend got me, so I wear that sometimes. And then the big one, which we just made in this video, so yeah, I posed Yugi with the puzzles. I thought that was pretty fun and cute to do. So yes, we are at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed my ramblings, and I hope it wasn't too boring of a video either, but I did really enjoy building this puzzle. So yes, model kits, another thing that I have decided that I like doing. Yeah, that's probably not good for my desk space. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please do not hit the like button, as that probably hurts. It's not very nice, so maybe shake his hand instead. With that being said, I hope to see you in the next video, and bye!